Welcome to this masterclass. Today I'm going to talk about, how to get in shape using the laws of the universe. I talk about this because changing your body, if you are following me in social media, I always tell that thanks to change my body, I changed and I achieved my dreams. Without that, I could have not done it. I used an approach that 99% of people never use, which is the biggest change that you can do. And like I said, when you understand the laws of the universe, which by the way, that's what I'm going to talk about all this masterclass, you can use these laws to really achieve everything you want. Because the laws of the universe is how this world is operating, how you have certain things, who you are in a certain way, and why you have certain things, how you can achieve certain things, is all energetic frequencies. And if you are not spiritual, this is backed up with science, is like physics. This is physics. The laws of the universe is physics. It's not nothing like crazy and woo-woo, okay? So I wanted to break this down because it's the way I achieved everything and how you can achieve your body, your dream body, and your dreams, and applying first and understanding the laws of the universe to change your body. You will have the enough power and confidence to really change and use these laws in every area of your life. And that's how I did it. That's how I went from washing dishes to living the American dream in 5 years. That's how I achieved my dream body and everything, okay? And like I said, I did what I preach, okay? I changed my body using these laws of the universe, and then thanks to that, I achieved my dream using the same laws of the universe in other areas of my life, okay? So let's get into it. How we get in shape? You know what you have to do. Eat protein, train hard every week, weightlifting, sleep, be consistent. You know exactly what you need to do. But why 95% of people still out of shape? Because fitness isn't about information, neither is taking action. It's about alignment with universal laws. Your body is not different from your business, relationship, or career. It obeys the same laws that govern results in life. And this masterclass shows you how. I will show you how, okay? I'm going to break down the 10 laws of the universe that really worked for me. There are a lot of laws, but I tried to really condense all the laws in 10. So to make it easier and simpler to really, so you can understand it the right way, okay? So the first law is cause and effect. Your physique is the effect. Your identity is the cause. Okay, most people try changing an effect through another effect, doing more workouts and diets with an unfit identity. Okay, this never works. The real formula is identity, which is the cause, actions, which is the effect, and then we will come the results. The problem is most people try to take action with the wrong identity. They want to try to change an effect through another effect, which is you are not fit, because you have that identity of not being fit, and 99% of people try to take action from that unfit identity and never works. That's why you are out of shape, and you tried thousands and thousands of times. You hired personal trainers, you hired everything you could possibly do, but you never did. That's why, because you are trying to change an effect through another effect, and you need to change the cause, your identity, to really align that identity with the right actions, which is the effect, will bring you the results, which is the other effect, okay? Change who you are at the core, and the results must follow, okay? Like I said, unfit identity leads to unfit actions, unfit results. Because most people think, okay, I'm doing the right action. I work out every week, I have a diet, I do cardio every single day, but they don't have results. Why? Because because they are acting with that unfit identity, so they think they are doing the right actions, but truthfully, they are not aware that they are not doing it, okay? Because they self-sabotage themselves, okay? Remember this word, self-sabotage, okay? So what I want you to do is write down the thoughts, beliefs, focus, conviction, expectations, emotions, reactions, and perception of your dream identity. Then approach each day operating from that identity. This, it takes time. You need to spend, that's why I started with this, because it's the most important thing, okay? Which now all the other laws that's coming in this masterclass today is going to break down a little bit about this, okay? We are going to break down the beliefs, the focus, the conviction, the expectations, the emotions, the reactions, the perception of your dream identity. So all that comes after this is like, in order you to really understand each step of how an identity is formed and how you can really find the identity you need to have to really attract your desired reality, aka your dream body, okay? So let's get into it. But save this exercise, you must do this exercise, okay? Otherwise you will keep sabotaging yourself and thinking you are doing the right things, but you're not, and you will not get the results you want, okay? Anyways, law 2, the law of identity. You cannot outperform who you believe you are. If you tell yourself I'm inconsistent, or I always fall off, or I'm not fit, your body will reflect that identity. Fit people don't rely on motivation. They behave from values, not goals. The biggest pillar of identity is core values. Like I said, we are going to go more deeper, okay? What really constructs, what really builds an identity are values, okay? So it's really important that you really need to define the values that you think those values will bring you the alignment of that desired reality, okay? Define your values. What does your fit identity value most, okay? Create aligned habits with daily actions that reflect those values. Live the identity. Behave as the person you're becoming, okay? I just broke down a little bit more deep and simple on what actions you need to take to really build your new identity, okay? That identity that matches your desired reality so that you can attract the outcome you want, okay? So again, write down 5 core values of your fit identity and then create the daily habits that align with those values and your values. And let that drive your consistency, not fleeting motivation, okay? Okay, so law 3, the law of vibration. Your emotional state determines your consistency. When you're stressed, anxious, overwhelmed, or exhausted, you stop training. Why? The real skill isn't planning workouts. It's managing your internal state. Master your emotions, master your results. As simple as that. How do we do that? I always used this technique, okay? The emotional alchemy technique. First, when you are in that state where you feel some resistance or you feel that unwanted emotion and you know you should do X, Y, Z, but you feel in a different way that feeling is stopping you to do the right thing you know you should do, use this technique, okay? First of all, you relax, find a quiet space, close your eyes, and bring the attention into the consciousness of that adversity, that unwanted emotion. Really let yourself feel that emotion fully, which is step 2. Experience the unwanted emotion state completely. Let yourself feel that really strong unwanted emotion. Step number 3, stay until it shifts. Don't rush. Let experience it. Okay, let yourself feel it, okay? Until it dissolves. You don't have to do anything. You just have to feel, and while you are feeling it, it will go away. Okay, when you try to push and delete an unwanted emotion, you are just creating more of that, okay? You need to allow yourself to feel that emotion, and this emotion will go away. This can take 20 minutes, maybe less, depending on your personal growth, maybe more, 60 minutes. Don't rush, please. This is really important. After that step, you will enter in a state of neutrality. So feel the undesired emotion and let the emotion dissolve, like I said, itself. You'll reach a neutral state. After that, extract the seed. So find the hidden lesson or perspective that supports that growth, okay? So once you reach that neutrality state, you need to really, again, relive that scenario where you were feeling that adversity, and really, you will see the scenario in a different lens because your state is completely different. Try that. It sounds stupid, but it really works. Okay? And then with that new state, analyzing that specific adversity, you will see it in a different way, and you will find the positive and the really seed that you need to really change. Okay? And the next step is feel the shift. Focus on the new perspective and desired emotional state. So once you find the new perspective, you will feel like a rush of new energetic feel emotionally, and you have to embrace that because that is the desired emotional state. Okay? And then the last step is integrate. Embrace the desired emotional state fully. And once you have that, you will like have that desire of doing the thing that you should be doing. Okay. So yeah. Law 4, the law of polarity. Every transformation requires discomfort. You cannot experience strength without weakness, discipline without temptation, or growth without resistance. Trying to avoid a negative side destroys progress. Discomfort is proof you're on the right path. And that's how your desired reality see discomfort, see adversity. So reframe struggle. You need to first reframe the relationship you have with struggle and adversity. Okay, now you have a negative relationship. You see struggle, okay, you go away. No, you need to create that relationship, that positive relationship where when you find struggle, you are gravitating towards the struggle because you know that adversity is the right way to go, okay? Next step is embrace resistance. Recognize it is a sign you're moving forward, okay? And choose the polarity. Once you embrace it, you need to really choose to live the polarity state, okay? When you feel tired, choose to feel energized. When you feel tempted, choose discipline. And that's how it works, okay? The law of polarity. Discomfort isn't the enemy. It's the signal that you're growing. Feel the negative emotion, then consciously shift into its polar opposite. If you feel tired, choose to feel energetic. If you feel resistance, choose to feel growth. Simple as that. Law 5, the law of rhythm. Your body transforms in seasons, not weeks. High energy periods, this means in this journey, you will have high energetic periods, low energetic periods, strength phases, fat loss phases, maintenance phases. But the thing is, you will experience ups and downs, meaning you will feel so powerful that week, you weight, like you lift crazy, you have a lot of energy. And there are some seasons that you feel low of energy, unmotivated, and this is part of the process. This is part of the process, the law of rhythm, okay? It doesn't mean that if you feel bad or you feel low energy, you are not going the right way, okay? This is not linear progress. It's like ups, downs, okay? This is all natural cycles. People fail because they expect linear progress, and success comes from riding the rhythm, not fighting for it, okay? What you need to learn here is accept that progress never is linear. And when you accept, you expect it. When you expect that, remember the first law when I told you that you need to define what expectations you have in your new identity. So one of the expectations you need to have is to expect that progress is not linear. Okay? Law 6, the law of compound growth. Small habits repeated create dramatic changes. It's not the big workouts or perfect diet. It's the compounding of eating protein daily, training 4 times a week, or 3 or whatever your times, sleeping 7 hours average, walk 10k steps average, and doing the basics for 365 days. Most people quit before compounding kicks in, okay? Look, like I told you before, everyone knows what they have to do, and these things here, they are not for everyone. You may train 3 days a week. You may sleep 6 or 8 hours. You may walk 5k steps. You may eat a different diet than the other person, different foods. Okay? This change, that's why identity creates the right actions for you. Okay? Really important. Key insight, search for validation on your daily habits. So the habits you really have that are aligned really with your desired identity and your desired reality, you need to focus. Again, remember the law first when I told you the one aspect of identity is focus. You need to focus on the daily habits and actions, not in the outcomes and results. The compound effect is invisible until it's inevitable. When you focus on your habits and you validate yourself with the habits, okay, you are sending to the universe a vibration where I have the outcome so that the universe will understand that you already have it and will give it to you. Okay, simple as that. Law 7, the law of focus. What you focus on expands. If you focus on the wrong things, obsessing over the scale, magnifying insecurities, comparing to others, dwelling on I'm not there yet. When you focus on this, you get more frustration and stagnation. Okay? Again, emotion is the language of vibration, and so emotion creates the vibration, vibration is the language you are speaking to the universe, okay? So if you focus on that, you will create the wrong vibration so that you are speaking to the universe that you want another thing that you consciously want, okay? If that makes sense. So right focus is daily habits, living your identity, values, small wins and progress, and to process itself, and the process itself, okay? When you focus on here, you get more consistency and results, aka you create the right frequency and you are telling and speaking to the universe the thing that you really want, if that makes sense. Application, focus on daily habits and living by your desired reality values. Focus on creating momentum. Momentum creates results. You get more of what you magnify. Law 8, the laws of least resistance. Look, the easier you make the process, the more likely you stick to it. Simple as that. The universe always takes the path of least resistance. When you force outcomes through perfect discipline, you vibrate in frustration and attracts more about that frustration because you're telling the universe that you want more frustration, so reality reflects to you and the universe brings to you more frustration. So make it stupid simple. People overcomplicate it, especially changing the body. You must change the exercise every week. You must change what you eat. Make it stupid simple. Pick simple exercises and foods you can stick to eat consistently that works for you. The foods I'm eating every single day may not work for you, okay? Don't change, and don't change it, okay? When fitness becomes easier, consistency becomes automatic, okay? Law 9, the law of repetition. Your body adapts to what it does repeatedly. No motivation, no willpower, repetition. Repetition is identity. Remember that sentence. Repetition is identity. Fall in love with the process and daily actions. When you love repetition, you forget about outcomes and vibrate at the frequency of already having it. Okay? So, like I said, when you love the process, you are acting with a vibration, so with the emotion of love, which means it's a higher energy vibration, and you are speaking to the universe with the right vibration, aligned with your outcome, with your desired reality. Okay, but most importantly, when you get in love with the process, you are speaking to the universe in a vibration where I already have what I consciously want, so that the universe will bring to you what you want, because it understands that you already have it, so it will give it to you. The secret: when you're fine doing it over and over, regardless of the results, you tell the universe you already have it, so it manifests. Okay, like I told you. Law 10, last law, the law of alignment. Your identity must align with your desired reality. Alignment is the highest energy you can vibrate. Okay, when you align your identity with your desired reality, you vibrate at the frequency of that reality, and okay, you will attract that reality. Okay, this is the ultimate law that brings everything together. Aligned identity, who you know you are, aligned actions, what you consistently do, aligned results, what manifests in reality. Alignment creates reality. Alignment creates reality. Final application, okay? Make the conscious decision every single day to operate from the identity of your desired reality, so the universe can give to you your desires. Focus on trust the process. Your transformation is inevitable when you work with universal laws, not against them. So this is the 10 laws I used to change my body, to achieve my dream body, aka those are the laws that I used in other areas of my life after using it with my body. So it's all about practice. Okay, that's why it's really important to really use first these laws and learn them through changing your body, so that you have more familiarity to apply it in other areas of your life. Okay, like I said, I used these laws to really went from washing dishes, being broke, to living the American dream in just 5 years. Okay, let's go back to the law 1, now that you really understand more about this exercise. Okay, so I want you to do this exercise today, this week. Take your time. Can take weeks, can take days, can take months. Do this right, please, and apply it. Okay, write down the thoughts, beliefs, focus, conviction, expectations, emotions, reactions, and perceptions of your dream identity. Then approach each day operating from that identity. Please, this is the secret. This is the secret. You know exactly what you need to do. But why you don't do it? Because you sabotage yourself. Why? Because you're operating with the wrong identity. Simple as that. Do this, operate with this new identity aligned with your desired reality, everything changes. More fast than you think. Believe me. I hope this masterclass was helpful for you. And if you have any other doubt or something, please DM me on Instagram. I would love to guide you with the right path, and I want you to win. I want you to achieve your dreams. Yeah, man, I will see you in the next one.